Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about restriction mapping of a circular DNA, so let us begin. Restriction mapping is done by digesting or fragmenting the DNA with the help of restriction enzymes whose restriction sites are present in the DNA. This can be done via double digestion or triple digestion as the need arises. That means, digesting the DNA with 2 or 3 restriction enzymes together. Before we begin, we should know that the number of fragments produced after digesting a circular plasmid is equal to the number of restriction sites present in the circular DNA. This is similar to cutting of a rubber band. However, this is not the case in linear DNA, as cutting a linear DNA at one point forms 2 fragments. Today we will be concentrating on the process of restriction mapping of a circular DNA. In this example we see that HND3 has the maximum number of restriction sites as it digests the DNA into 3 fragments. So we will begin by marking 3 random sites on the circular DNA as HND3 site, separated from each other by a distance of 2.1, 1.9 and 1.4 kilobits. As we can see, EcoR1 and Sal1 have a single restriction site, thus we need to mark them at positions such that when the circular DNA undergoes double digestion, it divides the hind 3 sites along with the Sal1 or EcoR1 sites as per the given fragment sizes. So let us begin with finding the Sal1 restriction site first. On double digestion with HND3 and Sal1, notice that the 1.9 kilobits and 1.4 kilobits fragments having HND3 sites remain intact, but the 2.1 kilobits fragment gets divided into 2 fragments of 1.2 and 0.9 kilobits. Thus we can say that Sal1 is located in the 2.1 kilobits fragment at a point such that it divides the fragment into 1.2 and 0.9 kilobits fragments. Similarly, for double digestion with EcoR1 and HND3, we find that the 1.9 kilobits fragment gets divided into 0.6 kilobits and 1.3 kilobits fragments on digestion of the 1.9 kilobits fragment with EcoR1, thus pointing out the location of the EcoR1 restriction site, thereby opening the door to give us the following restriction map of the circular DNA.